All systems nominal. Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Well, fuck me sideways! Hold the line! Hold the line! Hold the line! You shall not pass!
Something to think about if you throw trash on Texas highways. Somebody up there is gonna be watching.
Oh no, you did not shoot that green shit at me!
I have you now.
Watch the birdie!
Must go faster.
Inconceivable!
Say hello to my little friend!
Come out, wherever you are.
Peekaboo!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! Don't try it!
Armor piercing, loaded!
Special delivery!
Target the...
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Gotcha, bitch!
All right, everybody. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. That's right. It's time for Syntax Live. How you guys doing? Hopefully soon I'll be able to update that intro. And first things first I got to do, aside from saying thank you, everybody, for showing up. However, this live stream is also going out to a buddy of mine. Hey, Doc Hershey. How you doing? Been a long time, bud. And he got deployed with me, and I just got his number today. Somehow he sent it to my brother's wife. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I'm going to send this out to him, and hopefully he gets a chance to watch it. Anyways. And as far as YouTube is concerned, that's grape juice. Anyway. Anyway, let's not take too much time. And I'm just going to go right into talking about today's, or I should say this past week's videos. And you guys have been very good at sending me a whole bunch of quality comments that I can actually use. First things first, you guys know that it turns out that humans are just bigger. You know, actually, believe it or not, the inspiration for this actually came from somebody pulled that old Roadhouse joke on me. For that kind of job, I thought you'd be bigger. Well, that's not... I came out against him with something else that was not exactly YouTube appropriate. So anyways, first things first. Yeah, last week we had Douglas Grizzle on Discord. Come to find out, that's a different Douglas. And I see his name right there in the chat box. He's probably laughing because he had his name different on 2 different things, and he got an extra shout out because of that. Or I should say Grizzly, and that's why I had the bear. Unfortunately, I don't have enough spots. I was going to load it, and I didn't have a chance to. But hopefully you guys like what else I have loaded. So anyways, there was also, I wanted to bring up the fact that everybody said the same thing. When we actually get a hold of the CRISPR technology, it's not being held against us and all that other fun shit. Yeah, we're going to make ourselves bigger. And I swear to God, every single time I bring the subject up with someone who's not versed in it, they say the same thing. Yeah, guys are going to want to be bigger. And I guarantee, trust me, talk to the ladies and they'll say, no, you won't. There's very few women that are like that, the way you're thinking. So, no, they might want to add a little bit, but nah, that would actually go from pleasure to pain. So anyways, as far as the genetic engineering, I wanted to hit on this. And yes, it was done for yucks, guys. This was, I hope you guys enjoy it. A few people just said and sent me laughing emoji, not emoticons, but actually emojis, because they thought this was kind of funny. And I'm glad you did. And speaking of which, I see something over there in the chat. It's a $5 super chat from Douglas Scarborough. You sure you should be sending me $5? I still got your stuff on the side of my videos, man. Anyway, he says, my mobile home will be in place first week in May. Thanks to the 3 people who actually donated and those who shared my GoFundMe. Well, hey, it's still going to be up for a while. So yeah, as far as until you take it down, let me know if you take it down, Douglas. I really, really, really need to know, because I need to start adjusting things on my end. It's set up for a year over here. That's just the standard that was there. Anyway, thank you very much. Very much appreciate it. And this drink's for you. And yeah, this is all I got for the night, guys. I got my sodas over there that I'm going to be swigging down. So thank you again. Now, on to, there wasn't much as far as people laughing at. It turns out humans are just bigger. There was security. And if you guys notice what I did on this one in particular, since it was all going to be at the same location, I took the same picture and I just changed the titles that were on it. This is something I may or may not do in the future. So if you're, yeah. Okay, the bear image is fine. I'll remember that next time. So anyways, with security, on this one, guys, I know a few of you are trying to make your own stories and whatnot. Now, since I didn't have a lot of time to actually flush this one out, because I could have flushed out the characters a whole hell of a lot if I had like a week to work on just one chapter. But I will say this wasn't meant to be a series, guys. That's why it kind of seems jumbled, but it's there. Anyway, when it comes to the characters, in particular, the Zon characters that are there, those short little aliens there that think they're badass because, well, how do I put this? Because of their culture, they have a completely different ways of doing things. And when you are describing your species, you have to be very specific. Base it off the average height of the human, which for guys is between 5'9" and 5'10". Yes, that is still considered average for a human male. So rough estimate off that. Now, as you noticed on that one, I put that females in their culture are larger than the males, because it is a matriarchal society. If you look at all the matriarchal societies around the world, regardless of species, that means the males are smaller. There are very few exceptions to that rule, but without the rule, there wouldn't be exceptions. So, Sniper, I haven't even looked into my Discord in like 2 days. That's how busy I've been. Unfortunately, by the time I got this out, literally is, hey, can you help me with this? I'm like, fuck. And so I will check that one out, Sniper, or I should say Sniper. All right. In any case, I want you guys to, use this one as far as the alien personnel. You have to be specific. Size, number of digits, how many limbs they have, tail, horns, scales, skin. They were like the her name, yes, her name was Goofy, and I just thought that would be funny to throw in at the end. But the her skin is, think of like Guardians of the Galaxy, the women who have like that reddish or pinkish skin. Turn that down a little bit, just like a half a shade darker, and there you go. The only difference is they have like aqua, which is a type of blue, shiny type hair compared to the ones in Guardians of the Galaxy. Not that I pulled that. I just thought it'd be fun to use, especially since it clashes with the actual outfits. And the outfits, if you read close or listen close, those are not what you would consider spacefaring outfits. Those were something that a woman, yes, you would call her mistress if she was wearing, which is why as soon as I got through that, I was like, you know what? I got to pause here. What would be the funniest damn thing to make them look at as far as rank? Instead of chevrons, instead of a symbol, it was the type of tights they were wearing, whether it was fishnets, whether it was, actual like stockings or whatever. That shows their rank. So that I thought that would just be funny. And you know what? You guys said it worked. So I'm going to go on that one. But that's why the culture was their public embarrassment is like the one thing they try to avoid, not physical pain, but just being embarrassed. So that's why they acted that way. Not to mention, if you have a matriarchal society, they're always trying to, you know what? I'm just going to throw this one up here. They're trying to show off. Okay. Pure and simple. You know what? They're going to try and show off to each other. And we as guys, we try to show off to each other too. It is what it is. So again, if you're going to make your own species in your series, if in your story, please, please, please be specific because you're going to confuse people. Okay. Are they humanoid? Are they reptilian? Are they multi-limb? You got to throw all this in. Anyway, I will have to say that the first episode here was a request. It was the Alien TSA one that you guys requested, and it got more views in one day than half of these things get in a week. So that's why I extended on it. So thank you everybody for that. I mentioned that Commander Doofy was meant to be a joke. Also, was the sound effect at the end of part 2 too much? You guys got to let me know. That was, again, trying to be funny. I don't know if it landed. You guys got to let me know if it landed. If not, I will steer away from it. But just let me know, please. That's one of the reasons I'm glad you guys are here, because you let me know. You keep me focused. Or if you go by this one, you keep them focused. Only one person in the comment section understood the debrief until I, spelled it out the very end of part 3. And hats off to you for getting it. And something else that was brought up, again, it's the little things, guys, and I'm glad you're helping me out. O3, which, by the way, is ozone, it's actually a pretty dense ozone, is used for pest control. So they could have had, that's why I was on the prohibited list, because it will actually kill us eventually because it's just too damn rich. However, I didn't know it was such a good insecticide. That's why I put nicotine in, because nicotine is a very virulent pesticide. So if you're working with insectoid creatures, yeah, there you go. Not saying that might play into other series, maybe. You can't see even my eyes are darting back and forth. Sometimes I forget that I'm wearing the glasses. Anyways, there's one with sound effect. All right. I need to know, I'm going to ask this question. When I talked in the Scottish accent, did you guys know where I got that line from? If you know, throw it in the comments section. I want to know who knows where that comes from. And the line was, what are you doing? We're here for a fight and you're dressed like you're going out dancing. Again, I know my Scottish accent sucks balls. You don't have to tell me that. But just let me know. All right. Wow. I actually wrote that part so fast, I fucked it up. I got to like, Kurt is in pain. Ouch. Anyway, aside from that, let me know if you guys know why they were there. Was that too much with the debriefing thing? Again, you guys got to let me know if the jokes land, please. Yes, Douglas, you're the first one to bring it in. Yes, that is exactly it. It's one of the only funny or only scenes that I actually enjoy in that entire freaking cartoon. Yes, that was from the battle where the Scotsman was yelling at his daughters. And I'm sorry, but he sounded like a dad. Cover yourself, Dad. All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put it on here. I forgot to grab the thumbnail for it. They have returned. Sort of. That one was, again, a one-off. And shoot, you know what? Let me remove this one and see if I can get that one up here real quick. Sorry, I screwed that up. And covers, here we go. You guys know I like to actually have it up there so you guys know what in the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, the one they have returned actually was inspired not only by something you guys said, because you want to kind of bring in more like monsters and whatnot, or at least one or two of you did. But I brought up one simple thing. Guns still work. Okay, and it kind of irritates me to no end that they have so many of these things like Jurassic Park, where you're not telling me a bunch of rednecks wouldn't just be like, let's go kill ourselves a T-Rex or some such bullshit like that. And where is it? Where is it? God damn it, where is it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm searching for it real quick. Here we go. All right. As soon as that actually shows, there we go. Here we go. Add to stage. There we go. Fuck. I wanted to be very ambiguous, and part of this actually was somebody mentioned how they like to figure out exactly what I'm talking about. I was very ambiguous on the creatures for that. You know, subterranean carnivores. Everybody know where that's from. You know, I didn't actually say velociraptor. In all honesty, I know velociraptors are pretty small, but they would have to attack you in groups. There are other bipedal reptilians.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That is the SS Demon showing up with a $50 super chat. And you know what? I really need to get that. I need to reset this thing, and I need to get a bigger one actually, where I can get Garth and Wayne going, "We're not worthy. We're not worthy," and like put that video on here too. And Demon says, "For today only, I'm back." A lot of people are asking if you're back, and we really haven't had an answer. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking you're back. So excited to be here. Miss you guys. Looking forward to chatting with everybody and participating in the stream tonight. I'm tired as all hell, but I'm here. My brother's surgery went well. He will come home in the morning. Excellent. Awesome. Hey, cheers. That was a little much. Big gulp of the wine, and it kind of burned on the way down. Grape juice that burns. Anyway, thank you very much, Demon, and everybody out there. You know, thoughts, prayers, and everything else to his brother. Make sure everything is going to go okay. I will say this, Demon, as somebody who's recovered from surgery a couple times. One, for the first 2 or 3 days, you are going to have to be basically at his beck and call. As much as I hate that, you might end up having to tell him, you know, like when I got my guts cut open to actually have them pushed back in. I end up, honestly, if I could have used the latrine without getting up, I would have. it's just painful to move, and you just want to be completely static for as long as possible. If he's got meds that's going to knock his ass out, do this. Have something that he can eat and drink as soon as he wakes up to take his meds again to fall back asleep. It's just, we did that when I had my corneas burned out. Friggin' worked great. And I healed up. I don't actually need the glasses. That's just for looks, because who the hell would want to look at me? So anyways, high protein diet, and do not skimp on the fruits and vegetables, because your body needs the extra vitamins that come in there. And without vitamins, minerals don't work. Okay. You can have all the protein, which is a mineral, all you want. Without the vitamins, they don't work. They are the catalyst. Well, I didn't lose my gut, Sniper. I actually got a hernia because I lifted something and I moved real fast sideways. And yeah, fun shit. It happens. Uneven ground and only takes a second. If you're not careful when you're carrying something heavy, it happens. So anyways, yeah, just be aware of that demon, and be aware he's going to be one cranky guy for a while. Also, make sure he's got some entertainment. Tonsils and uvula removed, so no solid foods for the first week. Oh, so it's not that. Okay. I was thinking more he had something like put back together. He'll have to relearn how to swallow. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, Douglas is right about that. The tenderness of the oatmeal, and whatever the doc told you, follow that. Just for the love of God, follow it to the fucking letter if you have to. No matter how much your brother bitches and moans, follow that shit. But anyway, as soon as you can, again, the high protein is just to help you heal faster. That's all. Anyway, let me jump back down here and let me run through this. Now, somebody mentioned the different type, the actual standing wave, or sorry, the wave that I used was all known as a standing wave. Now, I didn't know that. Thank you for helping me out on that. I appreciate it very much. It's just a different type of standing wave. Also, I was told that this is similar to the movie Sphere. You guys are going to have to tell me if it is or not, because I've never seen the movie Sphere. It doesn't even ring a bell. Also brought up that if they were in fact dinos, they would have a lot of trouble breathing because of the thin atmosphere. Basically, like going from Manhattan and flying straight to, say, Denver, okay, at around 7,000 feet. I didn't go to Denver from there. I went to Colorado Springs, which was 6,200 feet. And just walking up a flight of stairs, you start feel a little winded. And I was in really good shape back then. I'm working on getting back in shape, guys. Don't worry. But I actually have a note in here. You know what happens when they deal with the thin air? Makes them easier to kill. So anyways, before I move on to the next section, because I am done with this section, let us go into the media. We're just going to watch something quick. Let's go all the way up. I don't know what this is. Let's kick here. Okay, there we go. Oh shit. I don't know what the hell happened with that one, guys. I was trying to put another picture up here so I could use it, and I don't know, the system just glitched on me. Thankfully, nobody lost the stream, but I see the numbers. All right. I know I said it last week, so I'm going to be very, very brief on this. I still want to like the show Invincible. I saw a couple little blips of it. I want to like it. I really, really, really want to like it. but it's a giant kick in the nutsack. It just, if you read the comics, it's literally them spitting in your face. So, you know what? I guess I won't be watching it. And there's actually certain pivotal points I guarantee they won't put on there. And if you know how Marky came to be, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, but I can't talk about it on YouTube. All right, moving on. I will say Hollyweird is completely dying. Now, I don't have the actual chart to throw up here. I tried to get it, guys, and the file kept getting corrupted, and I don't know why. However, if you've seen this, I think Overlord DVD went over this as well. Between 2020 and 2025, the amount of time actually creating new TV shows, because they keep sucking so much and no one's watching, is down 60%. That's 60%, guys. Over what, 4 years? That's a huge fucking drop. I mean, yeah, you had the peak during the, the pandemic and all that shit. Hold on. But to drop that far, oh shit, I just realized what was on. Let me delete that picture, guys. God damn it. It was a part in the background I didn't notice when I downloaded it. God damn it, that's twice this happened. Fuck me. All right, not literally, guys. You see, yeah. All right. But anyways, in 4 years, that's a huge drop. In film has gone down 33%. I'm going to say that one again. In films, in Hollywood, have dropped 33%. It's almost a perfect, exactly 1/3 slice. And that's how many hours they're spending on movies. They're just gone. And it's not just because everything's CGI. CGI takes a long time. I mean, what's a good one? Do I have one? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, CGI picture right here. Here's one of the buts. Here, obviously CGI. This is a Android. But somebody had to go in there, basically pixel by pixel, and build it. This takes a long time. If I was to try and put this on one of those voice models like ChatGPT or Grok or whatever the fuck else is out there, would it come out looking this good? Absolutely not. It would take me probably 30 minutes for this one image. And then it wouldn't be able to render them moving, not without just burning through everything. So them going away from practical effects is not shutting down the hours. It's the fact that less films are being made because they suck. Almost as bad as commercials that are down 50%, clean in half. The numbers are almost perfectly cut in half in 4 years. And why? Oh, hold on. Do I have one of those? And
For the Emperor!
yes, we heard you, MTF guard, as he came in, and he says, "I'm alive, late, but here." And let me write you down here, guard. MTF guard. And thank you very much. We're just going over why how Hollywood is dying right now, and we actually have numbers to back it up. And again, I wanted to put everything on the screen, but I just didn't have it. The fact of the matter is, they're finally realizing that when you woke it out, you broke it out, and now you're walking out because everybody's walking out of there because, I'm going to have to make a thing. Somebody who does that, put that on like a shirt or something. You woke it out, and we're walking out. Just to let Hollywood know about that, because honestly, I don't want to sit there and deal with the message and all this other bullshit. I mean, it's bad enough when I try to make quality stuff. And by the way, thank you again, Skip, for sending me this.
Because doing the voice for Doofy was done this way.
What you don't realize, guys, is I had to drop my voice as low as I could.
Because if I talk normal, it wouldn't be that good.
There wouldn't be that realm of authority to. Anyways, sorry, down the rabbit hole on that one. Only a little rabbit hole, climbed out. But yeah, nobody wants this whole message bullshit. And the fact that just like on Invincible, their gender and race swapping everybody, and it's just pissing off people who have been fans of the series. I'm like, you want to fuck up a series? Make your own, please. So, like Zathras on that one. So, how can I be helping you? Before we move on to the next one, how about we do a little, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, so here. You do. I just realized something about that video that was on there. He was riding a bicorn. You guys know what a bicorn is? It's a type of horse that instead of having the one unihorn, it's got two. All right. And the reason it has two to symbolize that it's a beast of impurity, not beast of purity. And the whole idea is the only people that could ride it are basically philanderers or slags. And that's just about it. Everybody else would have been bucked off. And once they do, that thing would buck them right in the ass. That's actually how that goes. Honestly, I stay away from that shit because honestly, it's disturbing for even me. Thinking that a type of horse is going to knock you to the ground, flip you over just to do bad things to you is, yeah, if you didn't just have a shudder just go down your spine as you just went, oh, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, that's the lore. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in the lores that I try to stay the fuck away from. So anyways, let's go over. And I gotta say that unfortunately, it seems like it's not just Hollywood that's going shit. I can't watch certain channels I used to enjoy anymore. Or webcomics for that matter. You start to wonder, were they bought out? Did someone else take over? You don't know. Because in webcomics, I used to watch a couple. I don't even want to say what the series are right now because I don't want to give them any credence. It was like what they did with Halo, where they took Cortana, the one of the best characters you could ever possibly have, and turn her into the villain in this completely twisted arc that doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. Why she would suddenly turn like that? Nothing's ever explained. And then they just invert the character. Why? Fuckers, stop doing that. And at least 3 different webcomic series, I won't read anymore because of this. And you know what? I hear someone, Erica, what's your last name again? And she comes in with a $10 super chat. And she says, sorry for the delay. Been getting dinner ready. I found the one sound effect funny. I'm shocked that certain platform allowed you to get away with it. I have been enjoying the current series. Well, the current series is over. I'm going to be moving on to the next one. And by the way, that is going to be, you know what? I wrote it down. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. It was actually something you guys sent in. God damn, what page did I have that on? Ah, shit. I had it lined up and I forget where the hell I put it. Nope, that's not it either. God damn it. It wasn't that long ago either. You know, I'm going to have to look it back up, guys, because it was actually one you guys sent. Anyways, yeah, I'm glad you were enjoying the current series. And as far as the sound effects, you would be astounded the amount of audio stories and stuff like that on YouTube that have that sort of thing. I'm not even joking. And I thought it was a joke myself. And they said, oh no, look up these other types. And it's literally shit you're supposed to, or let me say this right. Not only do you have that sort of sound effect in the back while you have a narrator, usually a female narrator, by the way, talking, but you also have during, the ones where you're supposed to be asleep and they're set up, they're supposed to be 8 hours long and they time it so it's right towards the beginning of your REM cycle. and they'll put this in the background so that you have pleasant dreams.
Giggity, giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
And, you know, try to incite something to happen to your body while you're asleep. And that's why you wake up and you think, down boy, down boy, you know. Anyways, that's just one of, and by the way, if you guys are ever listening to one of those and suddenly you start having really bad nightmares, turn that shit off. Never listen to it again, because what they're doing is putting other stuff in there when your REM cycle starts. I unfortunately know a guy that happened to, and he started getting panic attacks again. And his wife said he was having night terrors. I'm like, that's not good. She's like, no shit. I'm like, and then I looked at her and said, I wouldn't shit you. You're my favorite turd. Anyway, I want to say that other ones, and I'll just say the name on this one, Nexor. If you guys ever watch him, he does really, usually he was doing really good stuff. And somebody should...
All hands to battle stations.
As Skip comes in with another $10 super chat. Let me write you down here. And he says, Sin, your rants are solid gold. I learn in a few seconds more than others teach me in an hour. Well, I don't know how many people like the rants, but maybe it's the wine that keeps sending me down there. I guess I need to drink less of it. Nah. Anyway, going back over with this one guy. Now, he used to make a lot of looking at different like conspiracy theories and looking at evidence to the contrary and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, this is good stuff. Dude, if you're going to comment on something, you need to fucking know what you're talking about. And I'm sorry, guys, down the freaking rabbit hole I go. I'm going all the way down this rabbit hole, guys, and I'm going all the way. So, okay, I need to turn that off while I'm talking. I'll give you a quick example. Like 3 times in 5 minutes, this guy brought up the idea that over in, and you guys know I don't do politics, but this is just everybody knows, over in the Middle East, there's some shooting going on. Everybody was told that the radars were all taken down. Oh no, an F-15 and an A-10 were shot down, and possibly one more. Oh no, this couldn't possibly happen. Oh no, the radars were shot down. That must mean the politicians are lying. Wrong. Oh, God. This is, if you're looking at the screen, this is what I'm saying to this guy. It's just, and here's why, okay? Every single time of those conflicts, they are layered, especially in an air campaign. You will start with your pilots as far away as possible, usually sending in guided munitions first. They will hit, then the fighters get closer because the munitions couldn't get eyes on or something. Then they'll dive deeper and deeper. And as this happens, the aircraft ceiling gets lower and lower and lower. Now, it doesn't matter if every single radar system in that entire fucking country has been fucking blown into fucking atoms. Okay, there's something called a manpad. A manpad is literally anything that is portable that can fire up at you. Pure and simple. If you ever watch the Chubby Sparky, i.e. the fat electrician, he talked about the vampire system. You can mount one of these bastards in the back of a fucking Toyota. I don't mean to curse this much, guys. It irritates me that somebody does not even do a modicum of research before they start talking. You do not need a radar system to fire these things. They are self-guided. Okay? And at the ranges they're firing at them, that pilot either needs to be extremely fast or extremely lucky. Because when they come, normally, if you're doing air-to-air combat, hold on, let me get Londo off here so you can see my hands. If you're doing air-to-air combat and you fire missiles at beyond visual range, once you fire and you know you're being fired upon, you immediately dive and turn. The idea is that missile only has a certain amount of propellant, and it's faster than you are. So you need to burn off as much energy. If you go down to the thicker atmosphere, it's going to burn off the propellant a whole lot faster. And if you go down, then come back up, it's got to actually turn and burn even more propellant to gain and it's just going to go. It's just going to burn out, and then guess what? You've beaten the missile. As long as you're far enough away and your aircraft's fast enough. If not, you're going to have to put something in the way, like a hill or something. It's just the way those work. But that, when you do that air-to-air combat, you have a minute, 2 minutes, sometimes 3 full minutes before that thing's going to actually strike you. Even if you stayed on nose to nose with that son of a bitch, it's going to be a while before it actually hits you. That gives you time. If you're down at, say, 2,000 to 5,000 feet AGL, i.e. above ground level, and somebody fires one of those explosive guided toothpicks at your ass, you don't have but maybe 5 to 10 seconds before that thing is going to make impact. You got enough time to maybe pop flares, and if you're lucky, you power down your afterburner as fast as you can so it doesn't keep tracking your engines. If that guy heard the beep go off in his cockpit, and he's like, oh, shit, where is it? And he's looking into his HUD. It's like, oh, it's over there. He had enough time to say, oh, shit, before he was hit. That's about it. Or maybe he had enough time to think it. So I'm just like, dude, you don't need it. And he just kept going on and on and on and on. I'm like, dude, you do not need a fixed radar position. These are not HIMARS, okay? And those are very long-range weapons. Okay, no. I've dealt with this shit for 20 plus years. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, there's some newer stuff they have I'm not fully familiar with, which is honestly kind of scary. But I'm not going to go into those on this channel just yet because honestly, I'd have to do more research on them. I do know what most of the drones are capable of, and honestly, as an infantryman on the ground, it's horrifying. Okay, we've literally devolved on the ground to the point where we have to actually dig tunnels to somewhere else and pop up where they don't expect them, like fucking cockroaches. But anyway, that's all I'm getting at. If somebody's going to comment, they need to know what they're talking about. Please, for the love of all that is holy, know what in the hell you're talking about. Because we need to trust you. And you know what? I don't think we do.
Hicks doesn't trust me right now. Really? Why not?
Shit.
Hicks doesn't trust me right now.
Really? Why not?
Because I got to use a sniper rifle and I ended up unloading a round into her ass.
Hey, chicka-bum-bum.
Caboose, what did I tell you about that?
Sorry.
And that's what I'm talking about. You just got to be able to trust the people you get your information from. I'm not going to comment too much because I'm trying not to follow it too much because it makes my blood boil about the whole damn thing. I don't know why the hell we're there. Actually, I do know why we're there, and it pisses me off. And before you say that, oh, you're just a MAGA, fuck you. I don't like half of the shit the guy does. But you know what? What he does do right, he does excellent. This just isn't one of them. Anyways, as I downshift, let's nope, actually that was on the intro. How about this one? Mine, we just played that one. Here.
Machine gun ready for action! It's gone over. Adjust down. Target damage. High explosive load. Target damage. High explosive loading.
Yeah, always shoot the tank in the ass if you get a chance. Why? That's where the batteries are. It's usually also where the fuel is. So if you blow the tank, even if you don't explode the fuel tank, which is JP8, you're not going to set it on fire because somehow they got fuel that doesn't burn. Don't ask me how they did that. It hurts my brain to think. But if you get the batteries, that tank, once it turns off, that thing is a rock. It's just a solid freaking rock because without the batteries, the motors don't work. Anyway, I don't know if they put that in that game or not. Anyway, I wanted to go over a whole bunch of fails and one win that they got as far as the video games go. And this is what's been going on the past couple weeks. So I'm going to make it real quick. As you guys know, in Warhammer 40K, the Femstodes have been a complete and total disaster. Okay? Everybody freaking hates them. Everybody. Nobody's buying them. Nobody wants them. People like me have watched the freaking the CGI of the games and no longer likes anything of Warhammer because of that. They shot themselves in the ass. Remember what I said about destroying a series? So yeah. There's also, now I don't know really this, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. You know, the woman who shaved her head and looks like a little boy. I don't know what that game is. All I know, it's a sci-fi game. I don't know what the fuck it's about. All I know is that everybody's saying the same thing. It's a disaster. Nobody wants to play it. It's not selling. There's no pre-orders. The only people playing it are the people doing reviews to say how much it sucks. And I'm sorry, when it sucks that much freaking, yeah, it's disgusting. All of it, I'm just going to keep that on there because everything in these fails is disgusting. The new Uncharted game totally just went to shit. Okay, they decided to go over into the woke area and nobody wants it. It just, why? Why? You freaking morons. Oi. It's almost as bad as Halo Studios got accused of fraud. You know what? Halo Studios, as far as I'm concerned, they did a shit job. They hired people who didn't like Halo to make Halo, and they can all friggin' lose their jobs and end up on Skid Row turning tricks on the street for all I give a fuck. I don't care. They destroyed one of the greatest video game series of all time, and it's just crazy. It just, I'm sorry. It just irritates me when they destroy a good series like that. I don't know if you guys know this one. There's a Mass Effect television show that's supposed to come out, and it is confirmed that they are going to placate to modern audiences. So you can assume that it is the female Shepard. Most likely everyone in the crew is just going to be the females, except for, what was his name, Joker, who is just a hornball, and so much so, and just a skinny little scrawny little guy that is going to be there to see, oh, look how bad men are. And that's what's coming out right now about that one. And I'm just sitting there going, why, you fucking fucks. Ooh. Everybody liked the Mass Effect games, well, except for the third one. Well, I should say they didn't like the ending. And I can understand why. I looked them up on YouTube years ago. And yeah, it's the same thing with a different, there's only one that's different, but they all have the same basic ending. Let's see. The new Harry Potter shit that's come out. I don't know whoever still watches this stuff, but they're race swapping and sex swapping everybody. Preset characters have now been 100% swapped. This is what actually killed, and they have found out the reason why that people aren't watching this is because you don't shit on established lore. Why are you shitting on established lore, you shit sticks? Oh, you friggin' skid marks. And Lena, there's nothing wrong with a female shepherd. There's absolutely nothing wrong there. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying the fact that they're going to turn the bulbous alien guy, reptilian guy, I think he's supposed to be he's either supposed to be female or fruity, a little light in the loafers. Why? And literally, they're just going to do that to the entire crew. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Miranda's not even going to look like yourself. I mean, good luck getting a woman with that body shape, but still, I got nothing wrong with a female shepherd. I actually enjoy the female shepherd usually better than the guy. Regardless, like I said, the Harry Potter stuff, I don't even like Harry Potter, but I know when they're fucking with a franchise. The game Pal World. Now, I never heard about this until I saw the review. The review was very simple. It was shut down because nobody understood the body types that were there. And when I say body types as in body shapes, everybody, and I mean everybody, sure, they were in shape because round is a shape. It literally was, everybody looked like a melted ice cream. Male, female, Pokemon type critters running around. Every single one had that shape. You didn't know who anybody was just by looking at them. You could try by the clothes, but even the guys were wearing half vests and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, just wow. Oy, chihuahua. Why? Just, But apparently nobody wanted to play it. Just like Marathon. You guys all know Marathon was just dead on arrival. And that horse, they've been beaten with a stick so much, there's now even more issues wrong with the server. And you know what? Fuck them. I would say fuck them in the ass with a big rubber dick, but that's what they do every day for fun. So, no. But that's enough fails. There's one single out of this entire week, and I've been writing them down all week. One win. And that is Overwatch was originally supposed to redesign their characters for modern audiences. I'm sorry, but you don't make Tracer. She's already short. You don't put 400 pounds on her and expect her to move like that. You don't take, what's her name? The purple girl, Widow, Black Widow, or whatever the hell her name is. And she's supposed to be this like excellent assassin that can literally squeeze through air ducts so she can actually make it. You can't friggin' turn her into somebody who's like 7'4". She can't friggin' do the damn job. They want to take away all the good curves and stuff. And everybody at Overwatch said, you got, and hold on, let me get rid of Gordon Ramsay. They said this, you can fuck off for all I give a shit. And you know what? Yeah, but well, Demon, they were going to make it worse. I just saw that. He says Overwatch was already aimed at modern audiences. No, they were going to, it was going to be so much worse. They showed some of the character designs, and I was just like, holy crap. Just holy crap. And you just got to wonder why. So, before I hit the next area, let me see what else I got. Where was I? I don't remember which video was on. How about this one?
Short. Just up. Tracks up and running. 11 o'clock.
Always shoot him through the top if you can. All right. The last thing I want to do before I jump over here into the comment section was I've seen a lot of these come up lately is people trying to do temporal based stories. In other words, time travel, time bending, that sort of thing. And God, they suck. I mean, they suck and they blow at the same time. How they break the laws of physics on that, I don't know. But somehow they suck and blow at the same damn time. And sometimes they try to do it like the original Terminator. Yeah, you kind of got it right. The Judgment Day, everything still kind of happened. Was there some adjustments to the timeline? Yeah. But the whole thing about a self-fulfilling paradox, no. They call it a causality loop. Unfortunately, if you looped time like that, time would continue to loop like that. That's how causality loops work. Don't ask me about it. I have trouble with the math. I just understand it. So anyways, if it's a one-way trip with time travel, it works. If they're going back and forth, it just gets muddy as fuck. There's only very few movies that ever got very close, and one was Chronicle, but still, it just got stupid at the end. It just got they kind of dropped the ball, but then again, it was a teen angst movie, so yeah. before I scroll up here, I see Guard says the female custodian sales crashed so hard they have 3,000 plus models. I'll bet you it's not just models, it's actual packs full of them. Sitting in storage right now, unused. They said if they are not sold in the next month, they're getting melted and reused. Just melt them now. Nobody wants, and it's bad. On so many levels, it's bad. So anyway, I'm just going to start up here. And as I look to see exactly how many people we have in here, and you guys have been awesome sticking with me so long. We're hitting at the 1 hour mark, so it's on to the chat time. And let's see, right under here, right here after, who's this? Douglas sent the super chat. He also says the bear image works, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give him the bear. It's more than he can bear. Or if you guys remember the Muppets, good grief, the comedian's a bear. Yeah. One of the best actual jokes they got with the whole timing back and forth and stuff like that. All right. War Sniper asking about DMs. Like I said, I haven't even checked my Discord in a couple of days. So if it's there, and I'll download it and I'll put it in the rotation, which actually won't take too long for me to get to. I'm, in all honesty, the ones I'm waiting to work on, like heavy work on as far as series, I need my office done. And unfortunately, the guy is coming to help me. He is backed up on work, and he'll come and help me when he can. He's so much better at this shit than I am, guys. It's not even funny. Well, maybe a little funny. All right. Let's see. War Sniper said, I'm extending a bit to make sure it reaches above 5-minute story. Okay. Let's see. And there's little Samurai Jack. And okay. Alan says the jokes were okay, so I'll take that word. There's Demon with his friggin' awesome chat. And
What the fuck?
what that is a $5 super chat from the Guardian Sage. And goddamn, I feel like an asshole for not having the yogurt on here. You know, made a Schwartz be with you and all this other stuff. So, what do I got on here? Crap. I now, I make a judgment, and you will receive
Death! By Snoo Snoo!
just like Captain Chad. Now, actually, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but if you call somebody Captain Chad, that wasn't his first name. That was his last name. I tried to put that. I don't remember if I put that in, but that's one of the major things on that is, even though his name was Chad, you know, as kind of a weird hat tip to try and hint, that's his last name. I actually know somebody that is his last name. He thinks it's funny because he only stands about maybe 5'6". I mean, he's just a small guy. Nice dude. Let's see. War Sniper talking about John Wick here. And yep, talked about how I was cut open because of a hernia. Not fun. Annoying, really. I mean, I could have lived with it. I mean, I wasn't lifting or anything, so it wasn't fine. Let's see. We went over Demon and his brother there. Demon also says, my step-grandmother also had surgery today as well. Damn. She had the big C word in her daddy parts, and they had to be removed. She is in her 80s. She's also doing well. I had to deal with that, dude. That's not cool. Damn, I wish you told me about that sooner. I would have actually sent you a link to something they actually refer to as Jedi juice, and it's mixing things like quinine, which you can find in tonic water. It's not hard to do, but certain things to eat, don't eat, and different things to actually work against the cancers. And several people swear by it, and other people, well, very few people say it doesn't work. And on that, I can just say everybody's biochemistry is a little bit different. If they weren't all different, we'd just be fucking clones. No pun intended. And War's never saying the ping you heard was me on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, and Demon just loves his Dead Space. The thing is, to me, Dead Space means something completely different. Dead Space, to me, when I do movements on urban terrain, you hear Dead Space, and it's literally, I can't see on the other side of something, which has everybody on very high alert. You don't go clear room, and all of a sudden your adrenaline starts to lower a little bit. No, suddenly you're like, oh shit, spike that adrenaline back up and keep the safety off and finger on the trigger because you don't know who you got to shoot. Thankfully, I've never had to like turn a corner and see somebody face to face. Well, yeah, apparently nobody remembers the movie Sphere. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Doug's saying how his hands are changing because of the biometric pressure. Yeah, that's what happens when they fuck with the HARP system. And me personally, it's in my family when we get sudden changes of hot and cold and barometric pressure too much, we get really bad headaches. Like one of my siblings, she gets like debilitating headaches. And that's when we know it's not anything else except we can understand when it's going to change. That's all. Demon says, Hollywood isn't good at making new stuff anymore, just ruining the old stuff we like. Yes. 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 And when you walk in, you know it's a trap. And it's just and as soon as they release something's like, oh, we're gonna redo something like Snow White or something like that. Well,
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
And yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm waiting for them to come after something else that we like. Like they've already said they wanted to come after Warhammer 40K, but as soon as Henry Cavill say you can fuck off, they knew they were screwed. His word carries so much because of what happened with The Witcher. He's a huge Witcher fan, and he tried to keep him level. He tried to keep him on the right track, and they decided to just fuck it up so bad. So all I can say after that, because they tried to screw it up and they got a big name.
Gotcha, bitch.
And now they're bitching and moaning that they're dying. So anyways, yeah, they love to ruin the older stuff, especially for us. Demon here, he says, he is good that is pretty informative and entertaining. Okay, I must have missed something. Okay, Erica says, Sin, as a hypothetical, were you sent to clean up a Kandahar giant debacle? I'm saving my wine for later tonight. No, I was never in Afghanistan. As a friend of mine says, his ESP was talking and mine was talking too. And I kept hearing, if I go to Afghanistan, I'm not coming out. Okay, that place is a pit. It literally, even Alexander the Great, Napoleon, anybody who touches that. I mean, hell, even the guy who was in charge of the Third Reich, who I can't friggin' say his name without being friggin' totally demonetized. Yeah, he touched Afghanistan, and look where it got him. So yeah, it's something about that area. It is the on-land Bermuda Triangle. It is hell. I'm pretty sure it's quite literally a gateway to hell. And as far as the Kandahar Giant, all I know is pretty much the same stuff you guys know. I know some people swear up and down it didn't happen. Alan says, also Golden BB's work too. Yeah, if you guys don't know, it used to be an old wives' tale, especially when it comes to pilots. They would see the Golden BB somewhere in the mirror as in the morning before they go off, and that would be the signal, hey, this is your last flight. And I don't know if they still believe that or whatever, but yeah. Unless you're talking about something else, Alan, but that's what I know about the Golden BB. All right, Douglas says, I have a good conspiracy theory for you. Ooh, I like good conspiracy theories because they're only false for a short amount of time. to the west of Mount McKinley, there is an area of the map that says not mapped. If you fly there, you will be shot down. Okay, you're talking over there in, I believe, Alaska, if I'm correct. And yes, there is an area over there that they will shoot you. You will get a warning to vacate the airspace. And if you immediately bank away, they'll tell you which way to go. And if you immediately turn, they'll just let you go. They'll just go away. But yeah. And I believe it's something like Mount Hayes or something like that you're talking about. Nobody's allowed near that place. Let's see. Demon says the one day I'm free to join the stream is the one day everybody calls. Okay. It's one day everybody wants my attention. That's just how it works. Damn it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. I don't have that lined up, guys. I have no idea where to find that video. But anyways, yeah. That's usually the way it works. I was hoping to have a lot more time to get everything squared away. And like I said, I got probably a dozen messages on Discord I haven't even got to yet. And I didn't even get usually happens on Wednesdays because Wednesday is the time to go help my dad. But I don't have anything dropping tonight, guys. Sorry. As you guys know, I missed Sunday night, but that was because of Easter. And I hope you guys won't take it out on me on that one. Guard says, 1 minute of politics. So the ceasefire between U.S. and Iran has already crumbled thanks to a word I'm actually not allowed to say on YouTube, believe it or not. Yeah, shocker, right? Not even 3 hours after it's signed, that place started bombing Lebanon, as in Lebanon bologna. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Okay. They are, ever since I found out about what happened with the USS Liberty, I have always kept those guys at arm's length. When I was in Europe, I had to work with a few of them, and every single one was, I'm better than you. Without a single exclusion, every single one had, I'm better than you, I'm meaner than you, don't talk to me unless I want you to, like, attitude. And I'm like, you know what? Then fuck you. And yeah, as he continues with, is it just me, or is it every time we try to establish peace in the Middle East, in a Middle Eastern country, that other place is the one on the power slide and restart the conflict? And that's 1 minute of politics. Tune in next week for the next episode of 1 minute of politics. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole, honestly, for me to go deep dive into that, I would have to set up a whole bunch of other visuals. But there's a lot going on over there, and not the least of which is there's some, what's the word I'm looking for? Prophecies that seem to be aligning a little too well. So yeah, we'll see how this happens. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The only thing I do know is a lot more things are being done in the medical industry right now as far as technology. I'm trying to remember, it's like hydrostatic something. It's basically the actual version of biofoam. If you guys played Halo, apparently this stuff, instead of spraying it in, say if you got a laceration, you just smear it over top and it forms like a second skin, but it also will help you heal like 10 times faster and will actually stop bleeding. But now they're finding a new way of operating the stuff where they can inject it right into your joints and it'll repair your joints. And according to the Chinese, they can actually inject some of the stuff in your brain and it will fix any type of damage inside your brain. So I'm thinking if they can do that, then people who have a physical mental issue could have that physical mental issue completely dissolved at a very, very young age. And then their body would form naturally. You guys know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I can't say the R word here or else I am immediately kicked off. So, and there's Lena to ask me what's wrong with a female shepherd. Not a goddamn thing. Not a thing. And I will say that forever. There's nothing wrong with a female shepherd. Let's see. War Sniper says there's a lot of people playing Pal World where we're under me. Okay. All I know is what the reviewers are saying. I'm not a big gamer. So if they're saying something that's not right, there you go. You can fix me. Let's see. Lena says, I treat child actors differently from the adult actors in Harry Potter. Some were really famous. Yes, they were. And honestly, if I was a child actor with some of those other ones to work across from, I'd be intimidated as fuck. That being said, it's not like, what's his, goddamn, I can't remember his name. I think it's like Michael Ironside. He's just like takes every scene over just because he's such a good actor. If I was a child actor playing against him, I'd just be like, no, you win. So, let's see. Let's see. War Sniper says, it is a fun game with Pokemon-like creatures. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Me personally, I would, if I had the chance to sit down for an entire week and sketch it all out before I even put one word to paper, I would have loved to make an actual Pokemon came to Earth or Earth became the Pokemon world with actual, like, not Pokemon rules, but real rules. Okay. And just like I said in, what was it? They're gone, sort of, or they've returned, sort of. Yes, I did actually mention your 3 main Pokemons there. I didn't mention the rat that fires a lightning bolt out his butt crack, but I did mention the flying lizard with a flaming tail, the weird turtle-looking thing with vine-like whips, and then another turtle with water cannons. I don't know the names of those. I can picture them in my head, but I don't know the names of them. And but still, those things got to get close enough to hurt you. And you're not doing much against a Mongoose once it opens up in your face. Anyways, see down here, Demon says Overwatch was already okay. I read that one. Overwatch aimed for modern audiences already. Yeah, it kind of was. See, Guard saying, oh no, I read that one about the Custodes been melted down. I'm melting. Please, somebody get a video of that, of these figurines getting melted down, and put that voiceover. I'm melting. That would be hysterical. Okay, send that one to like Asmongold or something. He'll probably laugh so hard he'll shit himself. Well, maybe not. The guy's been eating nothing but fast food and Red Bulls for the past 10 years. It's just probably stocked up or backed up already. Demon says, we still doing calls today? I am not set up for calls, guys. I am sorry about that. I wanted to. I really, really did. I am not set up for that. And yeah, I feel like an asshole for it. I apologize. And yeah. You know what? If we get to we're getting to the bottom of this really quick. I'll tell you what, I'll set it up if I can. And we'll do some calls here at the end. But let's see. Guard says, speaking of Halo, I learned in the comics that Chief didn't even kill the Didact in Halo 4, just crippled him. Yeah. The Didact armor was a lot stronger than it showed in the game. Not to mention, he's been composed and decomposed so many fucking times. He's essentially immortal. Let's see. Guard also says, yeah, that motherfucker is on installation 002, making an army of Didact soldiers with the help of a monitor that hates his guts for what he's doing to humanity. but since he's a forerunner, he must obey. Let's see. Demon says, yeah, this entire book about him after his fight with Chief, that's actually pretty good. Well, it's nice to know they're getting better. Me personally, after the first 3 books, they dropped off the edge. I mean, just the quality was just terrible. Oy. And it's nice to know they're getting better again. Demon says, I'm finally free. People are finally leaving me alone now. Ah. Sniper with, after I reach a particular point, the first episode of the side story, you can make a video of it, Sin. I just need some feedback from you if there is any. I will let you know. Yeah, Demon, we understood what you were talking about on that. I'm not even going to go. Let's see, Guardian, you accidentally said fauna when you were talking about the plants in security. Okay, if I did, yeah, he's right. Fauna is the animals because it's and flora is plants. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Good catch. Good catch. Demon says, man, so much to say, to talk about. Don't even know where to begin. This is what happens when I'm away for so long. Yeah. See, he's talking about that. Yeah. I'm not even going to say too much. Yeah, you're right. YouTube will just tag you for anything. Gardo says, to be honest, kind of working on a story where aliens find humanity in the middle of a war with another species that the aliens know about and had been wondering why they had been slowly moving forces. Yep. Well, may as well make it a small spoiler, but this is but they find out that the alien species that's finding humanity hasn't been at war with them for 10 years. They're just currently on Earth slugging it out. Okay. Another small spoiler is that none of the aliens actually like the one humanity is fighting. They actually saw them as a big threat. Interesting. Hold on. But with them seeing a species that's barely even reached FTL, had only colonized 2 systems, but was somehow going to blow for blow with the alien species, encourage them to join in. When I finally get to actually doing it and sending it to you, it'll go into more detail. Good. And I get to use all the cool ass combat sound effects you probably got. I got a few, not that many. Yeah, War Sniper is asking for a Crazy Uncle video about the Middle East. It's honestly, again, it comes down to time. And the fact that I got to work around everything and I don't even have an office. Yeah. If I did a Crazy Uncle video, it would be a short. Within 3 minutes. That's it. And that's all. Yeah. Let's see. Demon says Space Train should be finished tonight and emailed to you before I go to bed. Cool. Unknown Fleet Part 2. Not so much. Also, cocaine not included with train. You mean the booger sugar? Mean the snot cannon? Douglas says the next few mushroom clouds will be in the Middle East. Yeah, probably. And then it's not going to stay there. That's what I'm worried about. Demon says, I looked up the details on trains and ships and basically combined the two for my space train. Okay. You know, you do what works. Lena says, I like listening to the female shepherd actress voice. She was really good and could be found in other games. Yeah, the male, from what I could see in the cutscenes, the guy who plays the male shepherd is kind of, damn, he's more monotone than I used to be. Though says, not to mention that the injection you were talking about can be done whenever you have issues to repair that area. Yeah. Yep, that's the idea. See, Demon says the stuff in Pal World is crazy. Nintendo is stupid, greedy, and evil. Well, they should have let Sega win the console wars, and it would have been a lot better. I will no longer support them, even though a lot in their IP. Yeah. I used to love Super Mario Kart. I still do. I just can't justify going and buying a Switch. Let's see. The stuff on Steam is also crazy. People are trying hard to make them look bad and evil while they continue to actually try to do right by their customers. Yeah. Lena says, I never thought about combining Bucci with Blade Runner. For me, it looks like a very good probability. Huh. If I knew what Bucci was, I'd say something, but I don't know what Bucci is. Demon says, I actually liked Halo 4. I wanted to. Just like so many things, I wanted to like it. But I play Halo as Chief. In Halo 2, you played a little bit as the Arbiter, but only a little bit. I didn't want 2/3 to 3/4 of the game being as someone else. And I'm sorry, no. Just no. It didn't work. They were trying to bring in someone else. They were trying to bring in a particular actor too. And I'm just like, dude, no. Just no. No. I play as Chief. But that's just me. And Guardian Sage actually listed them out, the Pokemon. Charizard, flying lizard with a flaming tail. Venusaur, turtle with a flower on its back, and vine whips. Whip it good. Yes, mistress. And Blastoid, turtle with large water cannons. Well, at least it was a giant turtle in a trench coat. You go into LaGuardia, right? Little old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference there. Let's see. Demon also says, I had the video game Dreadnought, which is back here behind me, that I wanted to send you after we were talking, and during the live stream you were talking about, but it got corrupted. Oh, hold on. Oh, you said the magic word. You said the magic word, but it got corrupted. And, well, can't remake it because the game is EOS. And it's done. Okay. Lena says, Bucci is a character from an anime. Probably misspelled it. I don't know. Anyway, let me try to get some. Where is it? God damn it. Nope, not that. Let me see. God damn it. I'm trying to get this right. Where is it? There, come here. I'm trying to find the God damn, I know it's here. Damn it. I know it's under this manager. I was trying to get the link here so I could actually bring you guys in. And for some, it should be right where I'm looking, and it's not there. Oh, you bastards. Oh, you fucking. Ooh, I hate when they do this. Fucking StreamYards, man. They really. Not that one. They really want to screw you up. All right. This one's mainly for Demon, guys. I'm going to put it over here in the comments if it works. Hopefully it does work. And let me, while this sends out, I'm going to pull a couple things off of here. I know that sounds freaking weird, but I'm going to actually get this one off. And Doug says, I've been watching a lot of cryptid videos, and most are listed as fiction, but, or I should say, but we all know that most are likely true. And War Sniper says, I'm trying to write out what the MC of the side story is doing while being in FTL to Mars, and when before the ship goes out of FTL, the first episode. Okay. And okay, we're down towards the bottom. We've only been going for an hour and a half, and we have there he is. Oh, he is the infamous SS Demon. How you doing? Are you there? You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I for some reason your screen locked. I didn't know if you were, because it's literally just a photo right now.
Yeah, that's because I had a YouTube still running, so you were echoing. I had to close you quick.
Fun stuff. And hopefully everybody in the chat box actually says hello to the demon. As
I got your shirt hanging up because I'm still a little too big to wear. I'm working on losing the weight to wear it.
I still apologize for a lot of folks were like, I need a double X large. I'm like, they don't make them that big.
I was I was 305 pounds, so I'm a big boy. I'm a 3X actually. But I've been dieting and working, trying to work out, and I'm down to 281 now. So I'm working on it.
Good stuff.
Easter Sunday did not help my diet whatsoever, but that's a holiday. That's the exception, not the rule.
Exactly. Hey, I just started going back to the gym myself. I'm in week 2, and as we all know, week 1 sucks. Week 2 is infinitely harder. But by the end of week 3, you can't argue with results, right?
I mean, a big thing that helped was cutting out soda. Going strictly water and occasionally cranberry juice for like when I really want something other than water.
The only time I drink soda is watching or with you guys, because honestly, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, so I need kind of a caffeine kick in the nuts.
I did have a soda today, though, after not having one for like 8 months. I used to love that brand, but now it tastes funny after not drinking it for so long. But I needed caffeine because being awake for about 24 hours is a little rough.
I would assume so. And yeah, as you're not used to the sugar and the caramelized crap in there. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't even drink fountain soda anymore.
Yeah, like I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast. And then I had one today and I was like, this doesn't taste right. Or maybe I just haven't drank soda in so long.
So anyways, since we got you on here, was there anything in particular you wanted to go over? I know you've been really busy working. I didn't know if you had anything in particular to.
Well, there's a couple of subjects that you brought up in previous live streams, but because I'm at work, I could never comment. And I'm like, oh, I have so many things I want to talk about, but I never can. Yeah, like that Dreadnought video that I wanted to send you got corrupted, unfortunately. I was playing as a Dreadnought, and they have this jump ability where they can like warp across the map. And I always stayed low to the planet until I got really close, and I would jump behind the enemy lines and just one-shot their snipers. It was great. I had a couple of videos of that I was going to send you, but it got corrupted, and I can't save it. And the game's dead, so I can't do it again because they end of serviced it. For Unknown Fleet Part 2, I've been trying to work on it, but I just have not had the time. The train thing was like, I could throw that together real quick. It's not a giant story with a bunch of background lore. So that's why that'll be done like tonight. For the Unknown Fleet, you're gonna have to do a little bit of heavy lifting for like the first episode, because I don't know where you were going with like the kids and the main character. So like, but I wanted to like the first episode to kind of be about that, to like before the crazy stuff happens. So but I will try to get that done, hopefully at this rate before the end of the year.
Yeah, I kind of had to take a little bit of liberty because, you only sent me what the ships were. I didn't have much.
Yeah, that's all. I was just like, here's a fleet and do what you want with it. And then you came up with this whole story and stuff. I'm like, well, now I feel like I gotta work with that. So I'm trying, and I've been asking people for permission to like use some of the stuff that they let you use for Easter eggs, because like I have a idea with the creator of the Unknown Fleet, and in his original story, he's got access to multiple dimensions. So I was trying to throw in some Easter eggs for Part 2 as well for the people to catch from your other stories and stuff, which is Guardian Sage. Get a hold of me somehow, one way or the other. I want to talk to you about the Guardian Order, because maybe I want to throw them in as an Easter egg somewhere too.
And I believe he's on Discord too, so it should be fair. I would think so. But then again, you have the most issues with computers. I don't know what's going on.
In high school, I was known as the computer killer because I would touch it and it would blue screen of death. The IT department found a computer that wouldn't blue screen to death, and that became my only computer. It literally had my name on it. Whenever we had like computer classes where they bring in laptops and stuff, the IT department would figure out which class was mine and bring me that one specifically because it was the only one that wouldn't die.
You're one of the men who stares at goats, aren't you? By the way, hey, everybody watching, if you haven't seen that movie, there's more truth to that than people are comfortable in admitting.
I love that whole story. America goes, we totally have psychics with superpowers. Russia goes, oh crap, we need to do the same. Starts working on program people's superpowers. Then America goes, oh crap, they might have people's superpowers. Let's actually do it. That's the short version of it. That's hilarious.
I'm all for it because in actuality, what do they call them? Not the out of body travelers. I'm trying to remember exactly what they call themselves, but the oh god damn, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, that's been proven. That's a thing. It takes a bit of training to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Then the main issue is if you go through one of these classes and you tell everybody, oh yeah, I had this major breakthrough and this, that, and the other thing, all of a sudden the people who run these classes will be like, I never talked to Demon was on there and suddenly he disappeared. I don't know. Maybe he lost interest. Yeah, bullshit. They fucking disappeared.
Yeah.
And
there's just so much stuff in the world that you can't actually know what's truly going on. But it is what it is.
And if they're actually truthful, we lose our minds. Anyways.
Yeah. I appreciate you having me on, and I know you normally try to do this like the first Wednesday of the month, and I appreciate you delaying that so I could actually talk to you and making it work. That's really kind of you to do so. I'm just excited to actually be here, whether the call thing happened or not, just because I miss you guys. My job promised I would have Wednesdays off or delayed so I could actually be here, and then after I started and finished probation, they're like, screw you. We're not doing that no more. I discovered talking to a couple people, they have a history of that. So I was like, that's nice. So now I can't come back on Wednesdays until they hire someone else to help me out. It took them 3 years to hire me. So I wonder how long I have to wait for help.
Yeah.
Third shift, 12-hour days is a little rough, but the money's good. So I tolerate it.
Hey, it's like I keep saying to folks, when you're starting out, especially anybody who has young kids nowadays, you always got to tell them, fuck your dreams, follow the money.
Kind of have to, yeah.
Well, I just actually, I was outside working and I had my phone playing, and the guy was going over the numbers for the new generation coming in to just try and be middle class, how much they got to make. The numbers are scary.
It is. It's sad, but there ain't much we can do about it because the people in charge kind of don't want to do anything about it.
Oh, they don't care. For them, they got so much money, it's monopoly money. Actually, Charles Manson did a whole speech on that, which was honestly very intriguing.
Yeah.
You didn't? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did see that. It was kind of eye-opening because there's certain things like I kind of knew, and then he brought up other stuff. I was like, oh, wow, I never knew about that. I miss you too, Alan, and everybody else. And hi, Draven. Just looked up and saw the chat mood. My name showed up.
Oh, yeah. It actually, just as you said that, popped up on mine. So you're actually getting faster than I am.
Oh, I actually have a delay on my end, according to my one screen. I talk to you and I look up and then I see myself talking. So I'm not sure who's in charge, who's winning here, but we're apparently both fighting to see who comes out first, I guess. Okay. The internet works in mysterious ways. But yeah, I will finish Unknown Fleet at some point. My life is so busy and hectic with the surgeries and holidays and the amount of hours I work. I'm minimum 55 a week, if not more. And I try to squeeze everything into my days off, which is tight.
Yeah.
You only have so much time and you can only move so many things. It's like, which item do I want to remove so I have the free time? Should I remove sleep? I already only get 4 hours a day as it is. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, that's actually really bad. When I'm working, I usually have my phone going, And I just heard about this, the loss of sleep. If you're down below like 6 hours of sleep every night, it's actually bad for us guys. Your T levels drop. Bad.
I'm on average 4 hours a night.
You need a break. Yeah.
I'm used to it. I've had worse. A job I had before the one I currently have, I was doing 120 hours a week for 8 months straight.
Oy.
That's why I left that company.
I would assume so.
For about 3 years after I quit, they begged me to come back. I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
They actually just last week asked me to come back after not talking to me for 4 years. So I was like, they must be hurting.
Why not? I actually no shit got out of the Army, and like a month later, I get a phone call. Hey, I need you to cover my CQ shift. Come to find out,
I don't work there no more.
Yeah, I told him that. I was like, hold on, I gotta check something. I should have known by the sound of his voice. He was like, oh shit. I called my buddy, who was actually my boss.
Yeah,
I can say he's a friend of mine. And I was like, hey, can you find out what's going on? Come to find out, this guy is like, he didn't want to do a shift on the weekend, so he tried calling me. Trying to
like you don't work there no more.
Yeah, he was trying to claim it was his wife's anniversary or some such crap, or his kid's birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
So people know I'll help the families out, but you know what? This time it bit him in the ass.
Yeah, I bet. I wanted to jokingly ask you, because you're always talking about how you make your own homemade maple syrup. I was like, how's the guy get a bottle from you?
I barely got enough for the family, or else we would sell it. I only got like 25 buckets, and like one or two of the trees just didn't produce this year. It was a bad year.
Well, I mean, I know at least I live in the state of Pennsylvania, so the weather's been like one day it's 30 degrees, the next day it's 80.
Yeah, exactly.
And like that's really kind of hard to work with. And it's real easy to get sick. I know so many people since the last couple of weeks, since that whole up, down, up, down, up, down, they're just down and out. I've been avoiding them like the plague. I can't afford to go down and out.
Yeah, me and my dad both. He's I keep going check on him. He's low energy as all hell. It just like 2 days ago, it was like 65 degrees outside. Today, it barely got in the 40s.
Yeah,
and it was freezing this morning. I know because I had to go to the gym, and I just opened the door and went, huh.
That's something I should probably do, because I just have an exercise bike somewhere behind me that I use, because I'm so limited on time. Going out and about's a little rough.
Well,
so when I actually have like 30-40 minutes of actual free time where I can like watch TV or something, I hop on the bike so I can at least exercise while I relax. So I guess it's not really relaxing, but it's the best I got.
Well, like I say all the time, the only bad workout is the one that didn't happen, and I got that from somebody else actually.
Yeah,
they're right.
I've been wanting to make you some more video clips like the other guys do, but as I said, life's just been crazy, and I'm still trying to figure out how to transfer the videos I have on my PlayStation to my computer to send you, because most of my clips I have are on my PlayStation. That I don't really play anymore.
Talk to Guard. He's like a third level wizard when it comes to that shit. You know, he knows his stuff. Almost everything that gets sent to me comes from him.
Yeah, I know.
The only one I've ever had to alter was a couple of the ones for what was it, warships or whatever.
Yeah,
it was all I had to do, go in and edit the volume by cranking it up.
Yeah,
this wasn't that big of a deal. So anyway, I got one more person waiting on me. So anyway,
thank you so much for having me. It's so glad to be back, even if it's just for today. God knows when this will happen again. If that ever happens, I'll give you a heads up in advance, like normal. Take care of yourself. Oh, and I know you're against the membership thing, but if you do decide to do it, it would make my life a lot easier to support you, because I can't always sneak away at work, and we know how YouTube likes to block me from sending you money unless it's a live stream. I don't understand it, but I thought they got a portion of the money, but they don't want it apparently.
All right, I'll look more into the membership then, as just
because then I could just give you like $50 to $100 a month, and instead of fighting the super chat system while I'm trying to sneak away at work, because they're starting to notice on Wednesdays around 6 to 7 o'clock, I try to sneak away to super chat, and you're like, "What are you doing?" I don't want to get in trouble.
He's doing nothing.
Exactly. Like, I just have to go to the bathroom. They're like, it's the same time every Wednesday. Well, it's habit. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me. Take care. I'll still be in the chat.
And yeah, take care of yourself. We'll see you next time.
Miss you guys.
And all right, I'm gonna jump right over here. Is War Sniper? Hello, you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hey, there he is. How you doing?
Hey. I'm doing good. I'm right now in Wartener looking to the B-52 H that is now in Wartener. And for the last week I'm grinding to get it, because you need to get a particular amount of points by dropping nuclear bombs on the enemy bases. So that's fun. I am going to check something, because it seems that I can maybe share my screen in this program. So I'm going to try it, if this is possible.
Okay, we'll hold on while you take care of that. And
there. Do you see it?
I see. Hold on. That's the stage. Yep. I got you. Big
there's the the big B-52. I will do a test flight for you. I don't know if they see it on the string actually.
Everyone's gonna have to let me know. It should be up. I mean, if it's on my screen, it should be on you guys' screen too.
Okay, flaps are on takeoff.
And yep, crank those engines up all the way. That thing is it's a hefty monster.
It is a beast.
And yep, even Demon's saying that it's coming in. So yep, it's coming through on the stream.
Oh, I not need to make it until strike.
And see, this is where it would be kind of nice if you had your squadron there. And one of the groups that used to do this was they got booted right off War Thunder, which I thought was bullshit, because I was actually taking a lot of what they were saying, and they were calling to the guys on the ground. They're like, Angels 5 tracking west, on target, or however it was, set sparkle at this. They had their own language, the pilots do, and they would go in and just decimate the other team. And it was just kind of, I'm like,
Make it fun.
Okay, looks like you're lining up. Bomb bay doors open.
It already needed to make it a little bit that. Now I need to wait for a bit till the... Okay.
Bombs away.
Did they drop? It's a bit hard to see. I don't think they did.
Well, oh, those are JDAMs. Those aren't nukes.
No, those are normal bombs.
Yeah, that's the JDAM. That's the penetrator.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Yeah. You can also in this game do something like that. You actually can see the bombs in the aircraft.
In the bay. Yep.
Yeah, they don't have nuclear bombs, but only in nuclear turn. I'm going to try to get an replay of it of the battle, so I can show it in the live stream. So yeah, they also have not only this one, but you have god damn it, where are you all? You have the F-16s.
Oh, geez, that's hell of a paper. Yep.
A-10s, F-15s, even the Atvar.
F-11, yeah. That's the first time they ever used the first time they ever used one of those JDAMs to punch through a bunker was F-11.
Cool. You see, it's all types of aircraft. Even the Russians have their Su-30s and MiG-29s. All types of aircraft. Fun game.
Yeah, just be careful if you're flying. You might have an MTF guard around, because if you do, he hates planes. You've seen all the videos where he's just like, I hate planes. I'm going to shoot that son of a... Especially biplanes. I don't know. He's got this weird thing about aircraft. Don't you guard? I'm sure you're still there out there.
Here you see the anti-air tank that I had for a few replays of.
Mm.
Even you have the
Oh,
Gepard with anti-aircraft missiles. I think they are not using the one with the anti-aircraft missiles in Ukraine. Only the one without only using the cannons.
I don't even know what they're using in that area of the world anymore, just because they've blown up so much crap and so much stuff doesn't even start. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, and everything's being done by drone over there. They can't push an armored column like they used to, and everybody's stuck in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's fine for a video game, but that's no, you got to be able to. You got to be able to get
partially they are in the past. The drones is very heavily modern, but like the drone boats they are using drone aircraft, even drone interceptors to get those Russian drones out of the sky before they hit civilian structures.
Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be like when I did that story Civil War, where all people did was basically play a video game. And it was more based on like a Supreme Commander. I don't know if you ever played that game, where it's one person on the battlefield and controls an entire army of robots.
Something like that I have played before.
Yeah.
But that was that we were all me and two friends were all robots, and we built a structure, and we walked our own robots towards where the fight was going on. While all little robots were and tanks and all other type of things were fighting over there.
Mm.
But we can also craft and do everything types of things. Other thing is I'm working on that side story, and that side story. Oh, actually, you can here see the nuclear thunder, where you can use a nuke and all of that.
Mm.
A side thingetje. But yeah, I'm right now working on what the ship captain is actually doing while being in FTL. Right before the ship captain is getting out of FTL, the first episode will stop, and then if I've written that, then yeah, the first episode will be set, and then you can enhance it and all of that. I just have sent it to you on Discord how far I am.
Okay. Hey, I look forward to reading it and going over and everything. And yeah, I can't say too much until I've read it already. I can't critique something I haven't gone over.
Yeah, just yeah, that is the first that I actually officially do a story that I try to have it as a side story next to it. It is quite hard because I have a lot of moments that I just need a lot of days till finally something comes out that I can add it onto it, the story. So yeah.
Well, all I can say is if you never know what inspiration is going to strike on that. So I recommend you carry a notepad or some people are really good with the notepad section on your phone. I suck at that. But me personally, I'll write down, just make sure you write it clear. So when you do get those time to sit down, you're not like, oh shit, what was I talking about or thinking about? That as doing what I do, you'd be amazed how many times I do that. And I just want to run my head into that wall over there. Just like, where's that freaking thought?
Yeah.
But
I have
anyway.
it a lot when I'm just or on the bike or when I'm laying in bed, and that is just not the right moments to get a note block and write it all down. So yeah, because then or I have to go to work, or I need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sleep's important. And
for sure for me.
Yeah, I've been having some really whacked out dreams lately, and honestly, they're not sure I want to remember them, but then other ones I wish I did remember. So it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna let you go here, War Sniper, and thank you for taking us along on your bombing run, even if the JBUs didn't drop.
That had something to do with the Boeing Bay opening, but I thought that it was already open, so maybe I did there something wrong.
Wow, maybe when I said it, you already had it open and you accidentally closed it. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know either.
Yeah.
It's a little wacky spaghetti goat.
All right. Well, I'll catch you later, War Sniper. You take care out there, and
maybe I
I
do it
look
the
forward
next
to
one when
reading.
I can actually show it in action. That the next time that I can show the B-52 in action. Well, I mean, in battle, that I can show it to you. Now that I know that I actually can show my own screen here.
Okay, sounds good. And I guarantee Guard's probably going to want to do the same thing because I know he's usually on there too. So, anyways, I actually am getting a whole bunch of messages here. I got a bolt, and you take care of yourself. All right.
You too.
All right. As I end with our wonderful sniper, I also have to look over, and it seems as though somebody's rolling in. I don't know who that is, but they're pulling up right outside the gates. And yeah, that's rumbling and bumbling, and that is a $10 super chat from Brian Kemp, our big man on the bike. And he says, just drove 600 miles home to Wisconsin Monday night. The temperature dropped to 17 degrees. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. That's one of the only reasons because I'm up in the northern states too. I mean, northeast, but still, yeah, that's one of the things that kept me away from a bike is because I'd be just freezing things to my thigh. Dude, 600 miles. That's something I guarantee my brother would like to do. He's likes to ride as well. And that sounds like you had a lot of fun, man. And except for the temperature, of course. All right. And we also, right after him, we got another $10 super chat. This time from Skip, as he says, my father used to work in SAC in SAC on B-52s. The best takeoff is when you're using water injection takeoffs. The smoke trails are amazing. I seen that huge big cloud. Well, I would think that would be steam, but yeah, I seen that. And then right as they lift up, it got this kind of weird, kind of curl thing going as they're going, just from the way the drag is, or not the drag. God damn it, that's not the right word. But yeah, that looks really cool. I lucked out, and once we got to see them, and they actually hit what was left, I guess, as they did an overhead flyby. There were only maybe 5,000 AGL, and yeah, I'm like, okay, here I am, got my chute on my back. I'm walking across the drop zone. I'm like, and I don't know why they were doing it. We were just at a training event. They just didn't do it for us. I'm just like, oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know what it was. Somebody had to tell me what it was. I looked up. I'm like, are we getting bombed from the 1940s? What the fuck is that? What the hell? Or maybe that's not the water injection. Maybe that's some sort of smoke thing. I don't know. But it was kind of cool to look at. Brian says, I call Wisconsin the frozen wasteland. I would think so. They have the second lowest temperature ever recorded in the continental United States. Only second to Montana. Let's see. Demon up here says, I don't envy the 600-mile drive. I do that once a year and I hate it. Hold on. He said the magic word. But I go visit family who live out of state once a year. Okay. Oh, yes. Vortex behind the aircraft. Thank you. The air vortex. Thank you, guys. For some reason, that word just wouldn't actually get to the front of my skull. And I'm just like, what's going on? I'm internally, I'm screaming, God fucking damn it! And all that shit. It's like this morning, I woke up and my mind said, screw you guys, I'm going home. As if it didn't want to get up. Wow. I keep burping. I guess I need more soda to keep the burps down. It's going to be hard to sleep tonight, but whatever. I don't see too much in the way of coming in as far as chats go. Brian, I'm sure. Let me go up and check some of these out. There was a couple I saw. Let's see. Yeah, Guard says bought 4K in beehives and equipment for $800 because the guy who sold to me was retiring and just wanted to get rid of it. That's the best time to get them. I had my own apiary and I plan on starting them up this summer as well. 16 hives. Whew. That's a lot. That shit gets heavy. I am going to assume you know what you're talking about. Just need to set them up and get new bees. Yep. I would recommend, if you can, get them from someone local. That's what I'm doing, because the ones I get from that they truck in up here from down south, they don't winter for shit. Okay. They're dark Italians, bees, and those, the Heidekins do not winter for shit. They work great down in the southern states, but they do not last for nothing up here. He says, that's how it's like over here in Kentucky. Okay, so you might have better luck. It was 86 2 days ago, and then yesterday is high of 43. And today, guys, high was 69. No pun intended, of course. And then tomorrow it's going back up to 80. We won't see that until Friday, at least here. Once we actually get that far, once we get to the middle of the month, I'm actually peeling off some of the tarps off the garden and I'm planting the fucking tomatoes. My tomato plants are freaking huge. The problem is they're still in the pots. I don't want to keep them there. And he's talking about, oh, he's got to work tomorrow when it's 80 degrees. Yeah, that usually sucks. Demon says, glad to be here. Thanks again. And hi, everybody who said hi while I was on screen. Yep. There you go. Let's see. Guard, what was this? Almost got sniper. Almost. You mean you almost got a sniping rifle, or you almost got sniped? I don't know what you're saying. Only plane I'm working my ass off to get in War Thunder is on screen. Oh, so the buff, right? The big ugly no, the B-29 is not the buff. God damn it. The B-52 is the buff. You know, the big ugly fat fuck, big cargo plane. Let's see. He says, keep in mind, I don't play planes. Oh, that's right. I read that. He hates flying. He hates fighting the planes. The thing and this I got from an actual pilot. And I was asking about some of the slang they use, because I was totally lost at what the hell he was saying. But he said one of the things that people don't get when actually flying the planes is the fact that in a lot of video games growing up, you turn, like you bank, and the thing will literally spin right around. He's like, it doesn't work that way. Now that the games are more realistic, they actually do the whole slow turn, especially if you're already pushing almost Mach 1 by the time you go. You know, you do that in F-14, you get snap the damn wings off, and then you're pretty much fucked. Anyways, he said, yeah, it's something you got to get used to. And if you're not used to that play style where you're coming in from a long distance away and you're always listening for your alarms, you're always watching your sensors and everything, and you get closer and closer and closer, and then you have that 1 second of, yeah, die fucker, and then you friggin' hit your afterburners and run like hell. That's the way they fight, especially those fast movers like that. Not everybody does that. If you like just constant, oh no, what's around the next corner? Let me reload with high explosive and all that other fun stuff. You're more of a tank fighter. Let's see. Demon says, back in the days, Battlefield 3, I used to crazy stuff with helicopters. I love being a tank sniper. So you sniped tanks? And legitimate sniper. Okay. One thing I used to do when I used to play Battlefield 2142, you know, this was a long time ago. And I still, my boss, my direct squad leader, was like the number 1 to number 4 player the entire time I knew him. That's all he did in his free time was play that game. Well, he loved that little dual turbine engine, like gotta be like a helicopter type of thing. And he would dip, dive, dodge, and go all the way around. He'd fuck everybody up and piss the other team off and something like that. But his one thing was he didn't want to always come in and strafe. He wanted to come in and do this low turn. And I knew he was going to do that. So when I saw him come in and do his low turn, I was there with EMP and I shot him right out of the sky. Boom, he hit the ground, blew up. He didn't even know. He didn't have time to eject or nothing. And he just opened the door. It's like, fuck you. Slams his door shut. Man, it drives him nuts. As far as using the tank as a sniper, usually for folks inside a building, if you can get that shot right in the window, and Guard knows all about that. You sent me a video of it. See, Erica says, gonna be sick tomorrow for my birthday. It's yo-yo weather. We were just talking about that. It's not fun. Demon up here saying, yeah, best friend would be genuinely sniping, then I just roll on up behind him with the LMG or tank and start sniping with, and he hated it because I would get more kills while sniping with non-sniper stuff. Yeah. The one thing, if you're going to use the tank to snipe, always use the terrain to your advantage. If you can find a little depression to sit in, if you're in there and you just roll up just a little bit, just enough to get your turret over top, and as soon as you fire, back up. Just immediately back away. Because if you fire and back away, by the time that round hits, you're already getting out and they're just going to be like, where the fuck did that come from? It's over there somewhere. And just wait a few seconds and then you pop up again, you take your shot and you back down. If you have somebody spotting for you, that's even better. Because that same guy who used to fly, he showed me a nice little spot where you could park the tank and you're just popping all the infantry guys as they're trying to take their positions. Most of them trying to get way up high on the buildings. Buildings can be destroyed in that game. So we're just hitting the bodies to go, whee! But that's just the way to do it. And I saw him do it, and I was way up on a building with literally had to equip the binoculars, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, you got one, but two more coming up. Small building on the left, 3 degrees left. He go, boom. Psh. You got one, two more in the building. Already getting to the top. Second floor, just below, or floor just below the rooftop. Boom. Bee. Got him. Next target. We just cleared the game, pissing everybody off. And it looks like Erica's going to have a birthday, so I hope everybody is actually wishing her a happy birthday. And let me scroll down here after the vortex. Demon says, oh, how about an alien warrior race that prides themselves on melee combat, invade ancient Earth multiple times, dealing with different eras, Rome, medieval Europe, samurai, gangs, Khan, etc. Could be cool. I sort of did that already. But I didn't go through all the different eras. And in all honesty, at the same time as medieval Europe is the same time as samurai. Genghis Khan was, I believe, before Rome. So yeah, that would work. But you see where that would be. I did like elves. An elf type species would come into the dimension, and every time they killed you, they actually pulled your life force out, and that's what actually fed them. That's what kept them alive. Well, the last time they did that, one time they wiped everybody off. The second time they walked into a flood. Another time they went and they killed a whole bunch more, and they thought, oh, they're going to be easy pickings now. We just have to make sure we have this extra gear to make sure that we can deal with the new arrows that they have and make sure we don't drown. And then they show up and all of a sudden, oh, they have aircraft and heavy artillery and tanks and full automatics. Oh, our shields will stop it, right? Right? Right?
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Okay, Demon's saying he snipes. It's not sniper, guys. A sniper is a person. You snipe with tanks and LMGs. Okay. Best friend hated it. Okay. Erica says, Sin, a Xeno, could be male or female, starts to date a human. Come to find out, Zeno is a human before the shenanigans happen. The humans that escaped everything are wanting to come home and want to be done, make sure it can be done safely. Our elite overlords aren't happy and send MBI on a couple. Oh, Men in Black. Yep. MIB. Oh, so let me write this down. I don't have a lot of space for notes here. Is it future human Xeno dating current human? Wants to come home. Deal with MIB. Got it. All right. I will look into it. I'll put it on the list. It's a fairly long list at this point. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Where was I? Demon says LMGs in that game make good snipers. I'd get a stupid amount of kills once I got a beat on it. Yeah? See, Erica says, it's not till Friday, but thank you. Okay, that's when the birthday is. Okay, good to know. Make sure you guys mark it so on like Discord and everything, you can send her happy birthdays. Demon, still, I swear, Demon, you have the worst luck with computers. Autocorrect's hurting you. The stories slowing down, everything. Wow, that's crazy. All right, I'm just going to give it a few more, another minute, see if anything else rolls in, guys, because we have been going for about 2 hours, a little bit more. We had Demon jumping in here. He says, I know it's impractical. Oh, he said the magic word. But I do like the idea of a ship being attacked and not having enough firepower to do it. So it deploys mechs to walk on the hull of the ship and add fire. Yeah, that's actually on a lot of science fiction that's been done. Now, if you do create something like that, you need to be very specific on how the machines attach to the hull. The most common is with a magnetic lock. However, not all, if you're working on something like a bioship or a partial bioship, that won't work. You're going to end up trying to lock down onto the deck plating, and there's not going to be deck plating. So you got to be careful on that one. You know, and again, it's hints on that. Activate the magnetic lock and hear the clang of the metal feet against the metal hull of the ship. You know, trying desperately not to leave footprints on the hull or some, you know, little things like that always will work. And Eric is saying, no, please don't send me any happy birthdays. And of course, Draven with his Kitsune. Looks like Alan's taking off. Let's see. Demons, my ship is sent you for my ship that you didn't get. And you actually did that with a section of the ship. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I get it. I had to reread that again. Oh, man. Maybe I've been looking at this thing too long. My eyes are starting to blur. And looks like a whole bunch of people are starting to take off. Let's see. Oh, no, just Alan. Okay. Our community floof. Okay, that's just kind of funny. And looks like Guard's taking off as well. We're not done yet, guys, because, hey, you know, it's just too good to be here. And I do appreciate you guys being here for this long. I know okay. Yeah. Anyways, Demon, yeah, don't worry about the autocorrect. I'll figure it out there, Demon. Anyways, I'm glad everybody was here to be around. I mean, we got our super chatters as well. You know, we got, Steve and Prozac and Pancakes. They don't actually have to put super chats in. Like you guys know, if you send a bill, that covers 6 weeks. Just done. And let's see. Yeah, Douglas here, Demon, Guard, Erica, Skip, Guardian, and Brian. I mean, got all our regulars. Can't argue with that. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, anyway, it looks like we're pretty much down to the end. So, or I should say, but there is one more thing we need to do, and that is the super chat. And you know what? I'm just going to leave Wonder Woman's ass cheeks up there because that's going to be better to look at than this ugly mug. Hopefully, this ugly mug's going to lose a little weight. Draven's asking, any encrypted files in the futures? As far as the files, I would like to. That does not get a lot of traction at all. I'm going to put it down here in my notes. The files. One of the main problems I'm having, though, with that one is the fact that, you know how the character's nephew was a big part of that story? Well, that nephew was actually based off my nephew that was living close, and he's kind of off on his own now, so it's kind of hard to have the inspiration. I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of weird. I don't know if he'll ever see this, but he was the inspiration for that character, and you guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, I am going to give today's safety brief. You guys know, if you drink, you don't drive. If you drive, you don't drink. If your buddy wants to drink and drive, feel free to beat their ass. It's easier to explain to the police why you just broke your buddy's nose than to explain to the police why your buddy just broke both his legs. Let's see. If your little soldier is going in the bush, make sure he wears his poncho, at least if he knows what he's doing, or if you know what you're doing. And, it's getting to the point where the critters are starting to come out. So, again, be careful something doesn't jump in front of you. If you think you see a critter, slow down, because if there's one, there's usually more. And the big critters will damage your vehicle and most likely damage you. And I don't want you guys having to deal with any extra expenses on your vehicle or having to see something go splat and cause any emotional damage. Because that's not cool. I mean, I almost clipped a yearling in the ass cheek with the fender of my car this morning. So, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, also, just take care of yourself, guys. Just take care. You know why? Because I actually give a shit. Unlike politicians, I actually give a shit. So, on that note, take care, everybody. And I'll see you next time. This is your host, Syntext, and I'm punching out.